YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy G Tactical Jody, and we back with another one, baby. Hey, I'm sorry if I sound fucked up, but I'm sick right now, you know what I'm saying? My chest congested and all that, nose stuffy and all that. But hey, I got another unboxing for y'all. Y'all know it's Glocktober, so as a part of Glocktober, I had to pick me up another glizzy, you know what I'm saying? Today, we unboxing that Glock 45. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, we gonna get right into it. Yeah, I already had a 45 before, but I had to get another one because I had to sell my, this is actually my third 45. The first one I sold to get a PCC. The second one I sold because of like financial issues, stuff like that. So I had to circle back and get me another one because this is honestly my favorite Glock. The 45 is my personal favorite Glock. But hey, let's open this thing up and get to it. Yes, sir. And if you don't know everything that come in the box, we're gonna go over that real quick before I show y'all the pistol. I'm gonna put that right there. And I did get the MOS version. This is the G45 MOS. So with it being the MOS, you get your optic mounting plates right here. You got 4 different mounting options. I think you get one for Dr. Cut. I know you get one for RMR cut. And then you get 2 other ones, but I'm not sure what them actually is. But me, I rock mostly with the RMR cut, so that would be the one that I end up using. Unless I mount an SCS, which I plan on doing, and the SCS from Hollow Sun, that mount right onto your 45, so you're not gonna need none of these plates. So that part. You do get a co-witness, or you get a 1/3 witness with the SCS mounted to your Glock 45 MOS or your 19 MOS, any subcompact MOS. When you use the SCS optic, you get a 1/3 co-witness with your red dot. So yeah, that's that. But everything you get in the box, man. And me, I messed up because I wasn't checking out what I was actually getting. I knew the gun I was getting, but I didn't know I actually ended up getting the California compliant Glock 45 MOS. And with it being the 45 MOS, the California compliant version, I got 2 10-round mags. Y'all see that right there? I got 2 of the 10 rounds instead of getting 2 17 rounds. But I'm not tripping because I still got some OEM 17 round mags from my previous Glock 45, so I'm not really tripping with that. But yeah, it's the California compliant. You get 2 10-round mags. And I think with the other version, when you get the regular one with the 17, I think you get 3 17-round mags instead of 2. So if you're gonna get a California compliant, just know you're getting 10 rounders and you only getting 2 of them. You get 2 back straps with the California compliant. You get 2 back straps, different size. This one came with the medium, and I got the large one already mounted onto my pistol because that's the one that I like the best. I like the large back strap. And then you get the little golf tee punch that you use to put on and take off the back strap. So you get that too. Speed loader, y'all already know you get your speed loader too. You get your brush, your cleaning brush, y'all know that. You supposed to get your rod too that you screw the brush onto, but I don't know why I didn't get my rod with this one, but it's all good because I got other Glocks with the rod, so I really don't need that. You also get your instruction manual always. You get your instruction manual. So anybody that's new to Glock and want to learn the system, you need to read your manual, so you get your manual. That's a good thing. You get your safety act notice right there too. Oh yeah, and you get your gun lock. You get your orange gun lock to lock your gun away in a safe, somewhere in a safe place and all that. I don't never use my gun lock, so I got a bunch of them just in a safe place, you know what I'm saying? I just got a bunch of them stored away. I don't never use them. That's enough of that. Let's get straight to the pistol. Yes, sir. This is that G45 MOS version. So it do got the cutouts for an optic. And I'm going to show y'all right now that we all clear. It's nothing in there. We keep it safe on this channel. It ain't never gonna be nothing in the gun when I'm doing the unboxing. But yeah, man, this the G45 MOS. You don't get it with this on there right here. I just put that on there. That ain't nothing but some self-adhesive cloth wrap, you know what I'm saying, that I found on eBay because it just gives me a better grip on my grip. So yeah, especially when your hands get sweaty, I feel like the OEM grip is not that good, especially when your hands get wet or sweaty. So I think everybody resorts to getting some type of aftermarket grip to enhance they purchase on their firearm, you know what I'm saying? And I do the same thing. So yeah. But yeah, man, let's go over the pistol. Let me take this off so y'all can actually see the stippling that comes on here from the factory. Boom, there go your G45 right there, you know what I'm saying? And you can see the stippling pattern on there on your Gen 5s. It's the same across all of them. It do got some aggression to it, I'm not gonna lie. And it's good as long as your hands is dry, but as soon as your hands get sweaty, I'm telling you, you start slipping, for real, you start slipping. But yeah, man, I got the large beaver tail on here. As you can see, it extends past the slide, you know what I'm saying? And I like that, so I don't get no slide bite. And other than slide bite, it just really give me a good handle. It really just make my grip firmer because it makes it wider from here to here. It makes it way thicker. And I don't have real big hands, but I like more of a thicker grip. Unless I'm shooting like a G48 or a 43X, I like how that comes. Like, I shoot that just as good as I shoot this. I can't explain it, but I really do, for real. But yeah, man, let's go over this. You do get a ambi slide release, so your slide release is on both sides. You don't get that on your Gen 3s, man. Your mag release is nicely done. The texture is nice. I could say this though, it don't stick out as much as your Gen 3s. I had Gen 3 mag releases on my Gen 3 Glock 19 clones, and I noticed that they have a smaller surface area, but they stick out more, so it's easier to actuate. But not to say this is difficult to actuate. It's pretty easy to actuate because of all that surface area, but I would have liked it if they made it stick out a little bit more. I'm not gonna cap, but it's cool. Then let's look at our trigger guard. You got a slight undercut on the trigger guard. It's your standard Glock, you know what I'm saying? You still gonna get Glock knuckle. I think it's still the same between Gen 5s and Gen 3, the amount of undercut that they put on their trigger guards. But yeah, then you get another cut right here. They actually got some texturing on the front of the trigger guard right here too, so that's pretty cool. You get some texturing right there. And let's take a look at your trigger real quick before we get to the slide, because I do like the Gen 5 triggers. The Gen 5 triggers is better than the Gen 3 triggers, in my personal opinion, because you get way less pre-travel. Check this out. You see that? Boom. You already at your wall already. So you get way less pre-travel. And then let's take a look at that brake. Boom. Crispy brake. It wasn't no creep in that brake, no mushiness, you know what I'm saying? It's not a rolling brake by any means. Nice and crisp. And you can feel that nice 5.5 to 6 pound brake right there. Let's look at that one more time. Take up is really nothing. The take up is really nothing. I know a lot of people like to do like a Johnny Glock pre-travel reduction on their triggers, but to me, and like Johnny Glock say on all his videos, the pre-travel really don't matter, especially when you're in a self-defense situation. By the time you draw from your holster and get on target, you're already gonna be at your wall for real. So the pre-travel really don't bother me like that. But yeah, it's barely any on the Gen 5s, especially compared to the Gen 3 or other firearms like the Dagger or Smith & Wesson triggers, and just different triggers like that, you know what I'm saying? And these is guns that I had actually shot. That's why I'm speaking on only what I done shot, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna speak on a gun that I ain't shot. But yeah, let's look at it one more time. You'll take up, boom, you already at your wall right there. And then crispy brake. Reset. It's a nice reset. Nice aggressive reset too. So that's cool right there. Boom, boom. Let's look at your slide. I love the Gen 5 slides because you get the rear serrations like you do on the Gen 3, but you also get the front serrations. And that's good for press checks, you know what I'm saying? When you're doing your press checks, it's hard to do your press checks with a Gen 3. Or it's to say it's hard, but it's a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? And then having front serration just looks sexy. It just look, man, it just looks sexy. I like that. Man. Standard OEM sights. Oh, and I had to learn this too. So if you look at your rear sight, it's going to be 1 or 2 numbers on your Gen 5. It's going to be 1 or 2 numbers. It's going to be either 6.1, which is on here, which means you have combat hold sights. In combat hold sights, if you don't know what that is, just look it up. I don't feel like explaining it, but you either have combat hold sights or center hold sights, and that's just a different hold that you're doing to hit your target. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that because when I was shooting my Gen 5 Glocks, I was always using a center hold, and I was wondering why I was so low and left. You know what I'm saying? Now the left, that's on me, but my shot being low, that was a result of me holding a center hold when the whole time I should have been holding a combat hold. But yeah, that made me realize why I was so much better once I mounted a red light onto all my pistols. Is because I was always doing a center hold on my Gen 5 Glocks when I should have been doing a combat hold the whole time. That's crazy. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all pay attention to that. If you got a 6.1 right here in the middle of your rear sight, if you see the number 6.1, that means that these is combat hold sights. So you want to make sure you're doing a combat hold. I'm just sharing that information because I didn't know that. I don't know if it's in the manual. I'm pretty sure it is in the manual. I didn't take my time and go through every single page of my manual when I first started shooting Glocks. I probably should have started doing that for real. Your takedown is the same as your Gen 3s, Gen 5s. It's all uniforms the same. Easy takedown. You got your rail right here for all your laser light attachments. I might be putting a stream light on here. If I don't do a stream light, I'm gonna end up doing the O light because O light has some nice options too. Because to me, the light is really just to add some weight, just so I could be more accurate. If I do end up needing it in a self-defense situation, then I'm definitely gonna use it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just to add some weight. So I'm not gonna pay $250, $300 for a light when I can pay $100 and still get a 1500 lumen O light that sits flush with my barrel. Because I know some people like lights that sit flush with their barrels. Some people like lights that extend over their barrel. It depends what build I'm actually doing at the time, because a lot of the time for me it's for aesthetics and it's for modularity between holsters. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends what I'm doing in that moment for that specific build. This was my first gun purchase ever, a Glock 45. And as I was in the gun store, I wasn't looking at no other guns. I already knew I wanted a Glock because Glock is just hyped up. Everybody know about them. I already knew I wanted one. When I went into the gun store, I went straight to the casing that had nothing but Glocks, and I immediately start asking, can I hold this? Can I hold that? I would just start naming Glocks that I heard of, you know what I'm saying? And to hold those, and then after I got a feel for those, I just start going down the line, just basically holding everything they had. As soon as I held this 4.5, I knew that this was the pistol for me, for real. And ever since then, this been my baby, like for real. I bust this good. I can easily put 4 or 5 inch groups down at 15 yards with this thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm practicing on getting better, so don't cruise. Let me show y'all what the G45 MOS look like with a flush mag. So that's with a flush mag. Let me show y'all what it look like with an extended mag. This is what it looks like with a +5 on there. And this +5 is just from eBay. So I'll let y'all know if it's certified or not. I will let y'all know. I'll put the link in the description, or I'll pin it in the comments once I done tested it, because I don't want to put the link in the description and it's boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let y'all know after I test it in the field. This is a +5. This is a +5 on there. Now let me show y'all what it look like with a dang-a-lang on there. Ski! That's what it look like with a dang-a-lang on there, y'all. Yeah, I like the dang-a-lang. I like the dang-a-lang. Yeah. Yeah, just like that. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna end up putting the SCS on here. It's not the most expensive hollow sun optic for a Glock, but to me it's one of the higher end ones. It's one a little bit cheaper that I could throw in here. I could throw on a 407C. I could do that. I might do that just to save myself a little bit of money. But if I do end up doing that, that would mean that I would have to get suppressor height sights instead of just getting the SCS and keeping these sights on there. So whichever one is a little bit cheaper, or however I'm feeling at that time when that payday do come in the future, and that's what I'm gonna end up doing. But right now I really just don't know. I don't know, but my heart is set on the SCS. I do want the SCS because I already had the SCS, and if y'all seen that video when I was talking about the SCS, I traded it in because I didn't know that you had to solar charge it to get it to just run and run for all them hours that they say, 40,000 hours or whatever. I was charging it by a lamp, you know what I mean, by lamps and stuff like that, and the light was dim and it wasn't holding the charge. I should have read the manual. That's on me. I should have read that manual. I would have never traded it in, because I traded it in for a Vortex Venom. I traded it in for the Vortex Venom, and I kind of took a L because the Venom, first of all, it's not solar charged. Second of all, it only has 2 MOA dot or a 6 MOA dot. It only has that 6 MOA dot on there, so you don't get no 32 MOA ring. And then the battery life is a shorter battery life than the Hollow Sun. So it's like I was taking an L, but at the same time, I was still getting what I was satisfied with, you know what I'm saying? But now that I know that all I gotta do is solar charge the SCS, I will be getting the SCS for this, hopefully. But yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing, SCS for this. And then I end up replacing these sights because they is plastic, and I'll put some steel sights on here. I know some good eBay steel sights, and they is fiber optic that mount on here real easy, and they're pretty accurate too. So I'll do that. It's an upgrade from the standard plastic sights, so I end up doing that too. But yeah, man, it's my G45 MOS, y'all. And if y'all like content like this, subscribe to the channel. I want to start doing more AR9 builds, and I want to start messing with the pistol chassis. I think that's how you say it, chassis. I want to start getting some of those onto the channel, man. But for right now, I'm keeping everything 9 milli. I'm not going to graduate to 40 cal or 45. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to graduate to none of that yet. When it comes to the calibers, to me, I feel like it's like on some karate stuff. You got to graduate from that white belt to that yellow belt. I'm trying to wait until I'm hitting 2 and 3 inch groups at 25 yards with 9mm pistols before I upgrade to them bigger calibers. I'm not going to cap. Don't get me wrong, I done shot a 40 before. I never shot a 45, but I done shot a 40 before at the range, you know what I'm saying, written it out, and it's cool. But I still want to master that 9mm buster repellent first before I upgrade to that 45 or that 40 cal buster repellent, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, if y'all like this content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with somebody that's in the Glocks. Share this video with somebody that's in the 9 millis to PCCs, AR9s, all that, man. And yeah, we're gonna keep this rolling, man. Glock clone builds on the channel, you know what I'm saying? I'll be testing out different slides, because I know a lot of people be having questions on different slides and different Cerakotes and what colors match with what colors. I do a lot of building, a lot of different color builds. Not too much, but I do different color stuff. I shop with different manufacturers and I review their stuff, man, so y'all could have another reference on this YouTube world, you know what I'm saying? So rock with the channel if you want to see everything 9 milli for right now, everything Glock, you feel me? But yeah, man, it's your boy G Tactical Jody, shining up.